This video provides an in-depth exploration of the historical, cultural, and design elements that define the legacy of ancient Hindu gardens. Unlock exclusive content. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay informed. Vanams in ancient times served as natural gardens, synonymous with established gardens. These lush forests, provided by Mother Earth, offered a sanctuary for both humans and animals. Different sections of society utilized vanams for various purposes. Vanvasam, forest dwelling, was an integral part of the lives of figures like Vikramaditya, Rama, and the Pandavas. Additionally, great sages chose vanams as their abode to seek spiritual enlightenment. Rajvanam was a royal garden initially intended for kings to hunt wild animals. It transformed into gardens of relaxation, with the time spent within them becoming more valued than the hunt itself. This evolution led to the development of 4 distinct types, each catering to specific royal needs. Pramododyan was an inner palace garden, providing the king and queen with a private space for relaxation away from the pressures of court life. Udyan was a garden of royal entertainment, where the king indulged in chess, witnessed captivating dance performances, listened to melodious singers, and enjoyed the wit of court jesters. Vriksha Vatika was a recreational garden for ministers, courtiers, and noblemen, offering them a luxurious escape from courtly duties. It was a place for socializing with courtesans, who often entertained the noble guests with music, poetry, and dance. Nandanvana, a sacred garden dedicated to Lord Indra, believed to be a representation of Indra's heavenly garden, Nandana Kanna. It had lotus and lily ponds reflecting the sky, and the air rich with the perfume of blooming shrubs, trees, and climbers. Shrines and temple pavilions where priests and royal family members offered prayers. Tapovanam is a sacred forest or grove where ascetics, sages, and spiritual seekers engage in deep meditation, penance, tapas, and spiritual discipline. It is a place of intense spiritual practice where saints renounce worldly distractions and dedicate themselves to attaining self-realization and divine wisdom. It has trees of spiritual significance such as flame of the forest, Butea monosperma, Alexandrian laurel, Calophyllum inophyllum, cannonball tree, Corupita guyanensis, banyan, Ficus bengalensis, beech gardenia, Getarda speciosa, champak, Magnolia champaka. Famous tapovanams in ancient India were Namishranya, a sacred forest where sages performed long yagnas, sacrificial rituals; Dandakranya, associated with the exile of Lord Rama, where he met sages and demons alike; Chitrakoot, a spiritual retreat where Lord Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana lived during their exile; and Himalayan Tapovan, near the Gangotri glacier, where sages meditate in extreme conditions. Braundavanam is a sacred resting place where enlightened sages and saints have transcended their physical forms and attained a radiant, divine body on their path to eternal bliss and divine ecstasy. Even after merging with the higher realms, these saints remain spiritually present, bestowing their blessings and silently guiding devotees on their path of devotion and self-realization. Braundavanam is regarded as an elevated manifestation of Tapovanam, symbolizing the pinnacle of deep meditation, wisdom, and spiritual fulfillment. The trees and flowers that flourish here are not mere adornments, but living symbols of joy, enlightenment, and the eternal celebration of divine bliss, imbued with the sacred energy of the saints who rest within. Common trees and flowers in Brindavanams are cannonball tree, Corupita guyanensis; Parijta, Nictens arbotristis; Champaka, Magnolia champaka; Kadamba, Neolamarchia kadamba; Ashoka, Saraka asoka. Famous Brindavanams are Adhisthanam of Raman Maharishi, Tiruvannamalai; Tamil Nadu, Adhisthanam of Seshadri Swamigal, Tiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu; the Arvind Ashram, Pondicherry; and Braundavanam of Raghavendra Swamigal, Mantralayam, Andhra Pradesh. Asokvanam, also known as Ashok Vatika, is an ancient palace garden meticulously designed for queens, princesses, and noblewomen who could retreat from the formalities of the court. These gardens were lush and serene, filled with fragrant flowers, shady trees, and water features like lotus ponds and fountains. The Ashoka tree was the dominant feature in this garden. Women of the royal family would spend time here engaging in leisure activities such as poetry, music, and meditation. The coppery-red young leaves of the Ashoka tree were thought to symbolize hope and reassurance, comforting royal women whose husbands were away in battles or diplomatic missions. The graceful downward movement of its leaves was seen as a sign that their kings would return victorious, restoring peace and stability to the kingdom. The vibrant orange-red flowers, blooming in clusters, were associated with love, fertility, and feminine energy, making the tree a sacred presence in royal harems. Nandavanam is a sacred temple garden established to provide flowers, leaves, and other plant materials for daily worship rituals in Hindu temples. These gardens are traditionally maintained within or near temples, ensuring a steady and fresh supply of offerings for deities. Plants grown in this garden have religious significance. These gardens contain a variety of scented and auspicious flowering plants, such as Tabane montana divaricata, Hibiscus rosa sinensis, Tecoma stans, Nerium oleander, Jasminum species, jasmine, Tagati species, marigold, lotus and lily. Famous Nandavams of Tamil Nadu are a Srirangam Ranganath Temple Thirunandavanam, Srivilliputhur Andal Nandavanam, Chidambaram Nataraja Temple Nandavanam, Madurai Meenakshi Amman Temple Nandavanam.